Good job, guys.
Welcome to another edition of Dock Talk. Frank Baker, Forest Test from the Lakefront Group. Today we're joined by Keith Wing of Keith Wing Custom Builders. And we're going to speak with him and ask him some questions about custom construction on the water. Forrest actually handles the LBJ market, the Highland Lake.
Up on the Highland Lakes, yep.
And I actually handle the Guadalupe Lakes from Canyon all the way down to Meadow. And all these lakes are different. So building a custom home on these lakes can be challenging at times. So we're going to get a word from the expert today.
Keith, again, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it, and so glad to have you a part of the family here, as we like to say. Tell us how you got into waterfront homes and custom home building.
Sure. I've been in custom home building now for 18 years. A lot of that was built on your lot, just depending upon where the market was in the Texas Hill Country. But about 8 years ago, I went up to LBJ actually looking for a personal lake house. And after spending the day and looking at about 13 different properties, I realized at that time that what I was going to be paying for the product, I just didn't feel that it was on par with what we were building. So 2 days later, I purchased 3 lots and we decided to jump in and build these ourselves.
Keith, as far as custom homes off the water and custom home on the water, what kind of ratio do you?
We will build anywhere from about 20 to 24 houses a year, and half of those are built on your lot and half of those are waterfront properties. Between LBJ, Lake Dunlap, Lake McQueeney.
And actually, Keith built my own personal home. Did a fantastic job here on Lake Dunlap. We absolutely love our home. Matter of fact, I'm in real estate, so I'm always about selling and making money on properties. And I even mentioned it to her probably more than I should about let's put this one on the market because there's such a demand on Dunlap right now. But she's like, you might as well file the divorce papers. So she would not want to leave this lake life of this house that you built us. And, we're forever grateful. It's a beautiful home. We absolutely love it. And we're going to cherish numerous years there.
Angela, you should sell that house and you should build another one. We say all the time, we build dream homes for people. So, we can build numerous houses, but, to be able to work with people and understand from the dirt and what their vision is and to be able to partner with them.
Well, we felt like you held our hand through the whole process, you and your team, from the architects to the design team that you have. We didn't know exactly what we wanted with tile and, flooring, countertops, and they walked us through making sure that it all gelled together. Turned out to be a beautiful home.
It's a beautiful house, and we were thankful to be a part.
Yeah. But Keith, I look at a lot of homes, and it just irritates the heck out of me when I walk into a house and there's a big, huge brick fireplace right on the wall facing the lake. That should be all windows. It would completely change the whole design, the whole feel of the house. I mean, you have done such a great job. I've seen so many of your houses. You walk in, you're at the lake, you're looking at great, huge lake views. Can you tell us a little bit about how that has come to be?
Sure. Let's face it, you guys know when you're selling waterfront, the reason this is so expensive is because of that water that's behind us. Mm-hmm. The more rooms that are looking out of that, the more you're maximizing those views, generally the more appealing that house is going to be. So usually on a main level, we will have a master bedroom, sometimes 2 master bedroom suites, a great room, a kitchen, everything staring out. Sometimes on the second floor, we'll have secondary bedrooms, game rooms, sometimes balconies, but everything having glass staring at the water.
Yeah, and having a builder that understands that from the beginning. You're not some box builder that says, hey, here's a house, and then we're going to add some windows to make it a better view of the lake. We're saying, okay, from the very beginning, we need to maximize the waterfront, the lake views, everything possible, and we'll start the house from there.
Each design is going to be different based upon what the BFE is going to be. So if your BFE is 12 feet up in the air, obviously that's either going to be a big, ginormous slab that could be more of an open entertainment area with outdoor living down below. You can't have any sleeping rooms in the floodplain.
If you didn't know that from the beginning, you might design a full house thinking that you can have a bedroom down there, and then you get far enough along in the process and the plans get denied by the county or the city, and then you got to go back to square one. Poof.
You really almost need to find the lot first before you even start with it, and that's what we did with our home because, if you got 75 feet of waterfront and lot width, you got to build a house that's within 75 feet and with the setbacks and everything. So my question, the outdoor living is so important with a lake house. You advised us, put heaters out, make the patio a little larger, because you are going to spend a lot of your time out in the outdoor living. So maximizing a patio on the back of a house, and as Hunter says on our team, the home has the front of a house is actually from the water, and it has two fronts, but that's the front that's important. A front porch, facing the street doesn't need to be that big, but the back patio needs to be where you can live.
People don't see most of these from the street. They see them from the water, and that's what gets their attention.
Right.
Another reason why you want to have as much glass back there as possible to maximize those views.
Exactly.
Are there any easy examples of LBJ versus Dunlap?
So the first thing we do when we go out to a property that's going to be built on the lake is we got to understand what the elements are that we're building on. So Frank, your house, the soil that it sits on is completely different than a lot of other soils. So we go out and generally we'll do a geotech, we'll bore down into the ground, figure out what those elements are, and then we got to figure out how the engineers are going to design the foundation for structural. LBJ is completely different just because that water will go up and it goes down. So it's receding. Here it's flowing through, so you have more cubic feet per minute as the waters are flowing. So your structural here can be completely different than what it is there.
Very important that you have a builder that understands where he's building. Well, Keith, if somebody wants to reach out to you for possibly building their custom dream home, how would they get in touch with you?
They can go to our website and fill out the information there. It's just www.keithwing.com. That'll come directly to us. We reach out same day, go walk your property, tour everything, and start talking specifics.
It's obvious you love building on the water, and it shows by the product you put out.
Yeah, it's nice to know my clients always get the best pick of the litter because I know what you've got every step of the way.
Absolutely.
Well, Keith, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you sharing some of your knowledge and your story. And again, we're just so grateful to have worked with you in the past and continue working with you in the future. Frank, always a pleasure. This is Doc Talk. If you guys are looking for a waterfront home, a new build, custom build, an older house that needs a remodel, a lot, whatever you need, give us a call.